Shea, this is the second go-round in the Stanley Cup final for you. Of course, you were part of that fabulous team in 2018 that got to the final, Vegas's first ever team. What's different for you this time?
I just think the experience in our group. That first year that happened like a blur, and I think we were a little bit overwhelmed in the finals. But I think this time around, having been there, having added multiple Stanley Cup winners into the mix has been good, and I think that calms our group a little bit.
It's funny you mention that. It's a blur, right? It must be like kind of a crazy circumstance when you were a first-year team. Nobody expected you to be there, and you kind of rolled through those first three series. So probably was kind of like a lot of things were like a blur. Is there one thing that maybe stands out from that series against the Caps?
No, we were definitely excited after winning the first game. I just think taking that experience that, it's going to be a long series. It's hard to get the 4 wins, and, that's our goal. And, I think just being a little bit more prepared for that type of a series, it's not going to be easy. So I think just taking that, in stride as a group is going to be good.
So you did mention, right, like you've added a number of guys who have won the Stanley Cup. Alex Pietrangelo on defense, Alec Martinez on defense, amongst several others. Wayne Gretzky talks about the idea there's 4 seasons: preseason, regular season, playoffs, and then the Stanley Cup final season. So you've experienced that. Does it help to look over and have guys that have won? And have you shared any stories with them?
Yeah, we've been talking, all year just about little tidbits here and there, and I think going through some of these grinds, over the first 3 rounds, you definitely get in a couple guys' ears. I know talking to Quick, the stories about his previous runs, and their come from behind games, and it's not easy, but I think just having guys that have been there and done it definitely calms us a little bit, and just adds a different element.
How has this team for you been this season? Talk to a couple of your teammates. Everybody seems to think, and you again would know as someone from the start, that this team this year is as close, if not more close, than the team that had that miracle run together in 2018.
Yeah, we're a real close group. We've gone through a lot. Especially like missing the postseason last year. I think regrouping, everyone kind of focused on one goal. We've come together. We had a lot of long road trips and tough travel throughout the season that I think just helped bring us more together, going through some of those battles. And, here we are, and I think we're excited.
How about a new coach this year, Bruce Cassidy? A new system. How does that affect the defenseman?
Yeah, a little bit. As a D-man.
Good or bad?
I think it's been good for a lot of us. A little bit more free reign to use their own skills, and, whether it's wheeling or, moving the puck in certain scenarios. But he's been great. He's been awesome, and, he's done a great job to this point.
All right, how about the Florida Panthers? You're a defenseman. They got a couple of guys that I think you know who they are that like to get in and cause a little havoc in there. Well, what do you do to get ready for a team that you really don't see that often during the season?
Yeah, they're a tough group. I think they've beat the top 3 teams in the East to get to this point. So we kind of know what they bring, but it's going to be a different element once you get here. I think we're ready for it, and it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it.
All right, Shea, thanks so much for your time. Good luck starting Saturday night.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.